Greetings to Madam and all my fellow friends. My name is SHARMINEY. My metric number is 277782. So today I am going to talk about the methods of correct voice projection. A speaker's confidence level and attitude will be observed by the voice projection. So the voice projection is very important in public speaking. There are some methods which the speaker should observe before giving a speech to get a correct voice projection. The methods of the correct voice projection will involve 4 elements of the voice projection, such as paralinguistic, speech pace, pitch and volume. These are the important elements. So the methods of the correct voice projection will start with the knowing the paralinguistic of the speech. It also known as the paralanguage. So it refers to the non-verbal communication such as speech pace, pitch and volume. The next method in the correct voice projection is controlling the speech pace. Speech pace is the speed of delivering a speech. A speech should not be delivered quickly or too slow, because it will be a challenge for the audience to understand the content of the speech. So the speaker should always deliver the speech in the moderate level of speech pace. So it allows the audience to understand the content and the message of the speech. So the next method in the correct voice projection is using the correct pitch. Pitch is the highness and lowness of the voice. So high pitch of the voice will be unpleasant for the audience. So the speaker need to use the low pitch from the starting to the ending of the speech. So it will be preferable by the audience. So the message from the speech will be easily delivered to the audience. The fourth method in the voice projection is knowing the volume to deliver the speech. Volume is about the loudness of the speech, delivering a speech. So the volume should be not too high and not too low. It is based on the size of audience. Varying the loudness of the speech also will help the speaker to express the main point of the speech. So these are the methods of the correct voice projection. These methods will help the speakers to give a good voice projection in the public speaking. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I wish all of you are having a good day. I believe most of you that are watching my video now are facing fear problems when it comes to public speaking. But don't worry, here I have 10 greatest solutions to solve your problems. The first one is practice continuously. You can practice your speech in front of the mirror, record it, and in front of your friends, so you can ask feedback from your friend to identify your weakness or problems quickly and make an instant improvement. So during the actual day, you will not be feared because you're very confident with your content and skill that you have developed and trained. And the more you practice, the more natural and familiar you become with your content. So even when unexpected event happening, you can easily adapt and deal with it instead of shaking and don't know what should do at the time. The second one is get organized. You have to organize your idea, content or material in a correct order so you can easily memorize the key point instead of the whole content, and as a backup by which you can refer to it when you forget about the flow of your speech. For example, you can simply refer to your simple notes that already prepared in a correct orders, so when you forget your key point, you can easily refer to it. And third is wear neatly and appropriately to make you look like a professional public speaker and get the confident aura, like what I'm doing now. Fourth is imagine that audience are your friend to reduce your nerves and fears. 5 is always think positive and keep in your mind that you are the best speaker and able to convey a very stunning speech. 6 is always have a smile on face and put aside other things that may distract your focus. For example, never bring your personal problem on the stage. 7. Avoid talking too fast because when you talk too fast, you will breathe less, then lead to sharp breath and boost your nervous system that make you feel fierce. 8 is always make a light exercise or warm up before starting a speech. For example, deep breath and stretching to have a good blood circulation and send oxygen to your brain to make you feel fresh and help your brain work effectively. 9 is prepare your environment in advance. For example, if you're going to have a physical speech, go to the active space where you are going to convey a speech. Then try to practice a day or make a rehearsal. And if you are going to have a virtual speech, prepare a good virtual background, make sure that you have a good internet connection and will not be disturbed by your family members. And 10 if you have choice, you have to choose a topic that you are passionate in and mastering because it will make you more confident. So I hope my speech will inspire and encourage you to bravely take part in public speaking. We are the best speaker.
Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is SHARIFAH NURADHLIN binti Wan Masri with metric number 277343. So today I would like to share the 6 effective of rules in public speaking. Great speakers know how to engage and move their audiences. Everyone must know that great speakers just don't speak but they perform. Whatever type of speaking you do, such as in business, academically, socially and more, while you are demonstrating your leadership communication skills, you are already performing. Based on sociologist Irving Goffman 1956 in his book, which the title is The Presentation of Self in Everyday Life, he is mentioned that we perform roles every day of our life as we communicate with and influence others, and public speaking is no exception. So here are the 6 effective rules in public speaking. When it comes to effective communication skills, they embody his philosophy that great speaking means great performing. The first rule is make the audience the center of your universe. You not think that you are the focus of the event. Get the essential truth into your presentation. Ultimately, every good speaker cares more about the audience than themselves. This can be a difficult situation to feel if you have speech anxiety. But the good news in this, focusing fully on the audience, leave a tremendous burden from your shoulders in terms of worrying about your performance. The second is focus on relationship. If the audience in the center of your universe, you are already focused on the right task, which establishing and maintaining a relationship with them. Your speech's content can never live on its own. If it could, why would there a presentation? So 3 relationships are operating, such as you and your audience, you and the content, and the audience and the content. If the first, you engage interest and activate your listener. The second one is you interpret your content for those listeners, and the third one is the audience relates to your content because you've pointed out why it matters to them. Please pay attention to all 3 relationships. The third one is understand your purpose. Mostly to many speakers, you are confused between the topic and the purpose. For instance, I will ask a client, what's your purpose with the presentation? And the response will be, well, I'm going to talk about, so the actual answer is no. And I will say, that is your topic. Then it becomes clear of this point. So the information is what you are there to talk about. Being clear on your purpose will help you gather exactly the right information to accomplish it. Next is rules number 4. Use your body. Your body is a powerful communication tool. Audiences need you to give a physical expression and movement to your message. That of course means understanding how to use body language as a speaker. Such a suggestion is stand rather than sit if you have a choice, so do you eliminate 50% of your physical presence? Next one is color your body. Your voice is the most flexible speaking tool you own apart from the brand itself. To speak without vocal variation means using a mono or a single tone, from which we derive the word from monotonous. If you are limited vocally, work with a speech coach to learn the vocal dynamic. Last but not least is boost your skills at Q&A. Anyone can give a reasonable presentation if they already prepared and practiced enough. But what happens when the question challenges and push back again? The speaker who handle this question with professional knowledge and a bit self-deprecating humor is the one or the person who embodies presentation leadership. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is NASUHA binti Abdul Rashid. My metric number is 279712. In this video, I will talk about the languages. Spoken language is more informal than written language and often more vivid and intense because listener cannot go back and reread what a speaker say. Effective oral language is also simpler and more repetitious. In addition, it contains plentiful examples and illustration to assist listener in understanding the message. The following guideline provide tips of effective languages, which is language should be firstly correct. Use correct vocabulary, grammar and pronunciation when in doubt. Consult reference book or ask for help. No matter what language you use to speak, using correct grammar can help you to communicate more effectively and precisely. Second is precise and clear. The use of appropriate language is a tricky matter because the meaning of word is relative and situational. In other words, word can be interpreted in different ways by different people in different situations. For this reason, it is important to choose language which is as precise and clear as possible, which is avoid unnecessary jargon and define any technical vocabulary you must use. Number 3 is concrete and specific. Concrete language include description with rectangle, image with detail the reader can visualize. The two set of statement below, for example, use specific rather than word language, e.g. change for a small amount of money for $3. The statement at the top is abstract, but the statement become increasingly concrete and specific toward the bottom. Notice how much effective the statement become as the language become more specific and concrete. Number 4 is concise. A hallmark of effective writing is the ability to express the desired message in as few words as possible. Good speaker, in other words, use language which is straightforward and to the point. Consider the following example. Eliminate unnecessary verbiage, e.g. change. What you do is to push this button to push this button. Notice how long-winded these sentences are and how easily they could be shortened and simplified. Number 5 is appropriate. It is very important to use language that fit your audience and match purpose. Use the language that's suitable for your setting and the audience, e.g. avoid slang term in educational and professional setting. The step of using the appropriate language is choose words that accurately reflect your thought and feeling. Avoid making a blaming statement. Know the meaning of word and phrase you use. Avoid profanity, slang, or term that others may find it offensive. Number 6 is culturally sensitive. Culturally sensitive is important in order to avoid language that rely on a founded assumption, negative description or stereotypes of a given group, age, class, gender or geographic, ethnic, racial or religious characteristic. For example, avoid sexist language. Use amorphism to make unpleasant idea more agreeable, e.g. use pass away instead of die. Cultural sensitivity is important because it allows us to effectively function in other culture, allow us to respect and value other culture. That's all from me. Thank you.
In public speaking, professionalism is an attitude that we must build to become a good speaker. But before that, we should know the taboos in public speaking. It is an attitude or things that we shouldn't do during giving a speech. So let's not waste time and take a look at what is the taboo in public speaking. The first taboo in public speaking is don't tailoring your message. Which I mean by this is that do not talk too much about yourself during the speech because the audience might find this annoying or disappointing because it is not relevant to the topic of the speech. To overcome this, it's better that you get to know your audience first before giving the speech. Number 2 point is eye dart. No matter a beginner or a veteran speaker, they always fail to maintain a meaningful eye contact with the audience. As Price says, a lack of eye contact implies a lot of negative emotions. To overcome this, you can at least spend 2 or 3 seconds of eye contact with the person, which is long enough to finish a whole sentences of a speech. The third point is disturbing mannerism. There are usually many disturbing mannerisms that a speaker does that they usually don't realize that it could distract the focus of an audience. To overcome this, record yourself and identify the bad habit and eliminate it. Number 4 point is not rehearsing. To be a proficient speaker, you need to practice, practice, and practice. Do not just rely on notes and slides that were given during the speech because it will not show you as a good or efficient speaker. To optimize your speech and to convey your speech perfectly, you just need to practice and rehearse as much as you can before the day of the speech. It will come up as a good and an efficient speech for the audience. The fifth point is lack of pauses. There are many speakers that tend to rush off the media content during the speaker. This reason may be because of anxiety or an adrenaline. Regardlessly, the reason is you should stop at least before giving an important point, the main body, and the closing. Your speech will come out more powerful and more impactful toward the audience. It also shows that you know what to say and what to highlight it during the speech. As a efficient or professional public speaker, it is important to us that we train, practice, rehearse before giving a big speech. It is just to prepare ourselves to give a confident and a powerful aura to our audience. But be not afraid. I hope that this video will help all of you guys to prepare yourself to become a good and a proficient speaker. So thank you all for watching our video, and we hope to see and help you guys more in become a proficient public speaker. So thank you. Bye bye.